check. This is the review of the Canon R50V. It was cheap, just under $1,000. Let's give it a go. Things I like. 1. Size. Very small, nice. The design. Very riggable. Thread mount here for vertical, thread mount for horizontal. You choose, it doesn't really matter what you want to shoot. Super 35 sensor. You'll see here I've got the nanomorph on it. You're probably wondering why it's around the wrong way. I converted the mount for vertical anamorphic. Too lazy to change it back. Camera, very light. Great if you have a mini gimbal. Mini gimbal, mini camera goes together quite nice. Really good autofocus. I'll just put the lens back on because just wanted to protect the sensor, just in case I give this back. The autofocus, very good. Yes, it's a manual focus lens. Don't worry, I tried some autofocus lenses. Fun fact, hang on, I'll show you. 1 second. 1 second. So, I got these. These are broken lenses. I got a liquidation sale. Sight unseen. This is 28 to 80 f 3.5 to 5.6 with some really dusty, bad UV filter on the top that I just cannot get off. This is 75 to 300. Anyway, the point of this story is it did take some pretty good photos, and the autofocus, even with these 10-year-old broken plastic lenses, was actually pretty good. It stuck, and it stuck really well. So full credit, this is the first time I've bought a Canon camera. Full credit to Canon. Their autofocus is pretty good. Other things too, it's got false color. Plenty of cameras, even like double, triple, quadruple the price, don't have false color built in. It's got focus peaking, really good. It's got focus breathing compensation. It's got 10-bit C-Log 3. I don't know if that's a good C-Log or a bad C-Log. It doesn't have that photo to video switch, but it clearly wants to be a video camera instead of a photo camera because there's one dial for photo and three custom modes for video. So they're all the things I like. I like it because it's small, almost pocketable. If you had like a pancake lens, I know Canon's got that 16mm 2.8 RF lens. So you put that on this, and it's super pocketable. It doesn't have those stupid flappy things for the camera strap, so that's good if you want to wear it around your neck. This could be half the reason I bought it. We should probably actually talk about the reason why I bought this camera. I told you it was cheap, but I wanted a small camera to use to bop around, walk around, take photos, and also use for the very few times for gimbal work, because I needed something with good autofocus when I have to use a gimbal, and I use a gimbal like 1 hour a month maximum. So to get into like tight spaces where I need stable shots for client work. There's one reason why I'm not happy with it. This sensor is not very good in low light. Now, yes, you might think I was trying it with 2 broken lenses, and you're right, that would make a difference. But this is 2.4, so relatively fast. The thing is, do I really want to go buy the Sigma 16mm f1.4s, there's the Canon 50 f1.8, and there's a whole bunch of 1.8s. And I guess the ISO, as you bump up the ISO on this little guy, it does get noisy really quickly. When I take this out, if we're going out for drinks or if we're going to a car meet in a car park or something late at night, probably not the best camera. Plus, we've got the Pocket 3, which I'm using to film this YouTube video right now. That doesn't do a too bad a job already, except the photos on this Pocket 3 is garbage, but we can talk about that another day. Yeah, I wanted a stills camera that I could use for client work, which ticks that box. I want a stills camera to take family snaps and a little bit of street photography that's also discreet. Yep, it ticks that box. As much as I like everything else about it, for 1,000 Australian dollars, it is very, 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 very good value, but it doesn't fit my particular needs. But the problem I've got now is I don't know what actually does. What other small, lightweight cameras with fast pancake lenses are there out there that could do the job I want? And someone told me the FX2 with like a 24 millimeter or 28 millimeter. I was like, yeah, but that's literally 4 times the price of this body. And so I'm kind of stuck. Here's the thing. If you do podcasting regularly and you have a studio space, you could get 1, 2, 3 of these. So 1,000 Aussie dollars, you get 3 of these, so it's $3,000. And then you get 3 nifty 50s, and they're about $300, I think, each, $250 on special. And so then you're another 750. So for 3,000, call it just under $4,000, you can have a 3-camera podcasting setup. This record time goes for ages. And if you're in a studio environment or a bedroom or a lounge room or wherever you record your podcast, and you get a little 100-watt light like this, what's this, Zion Molus, I'm pretty sure this is 100 watts. You get a couple of these as well, and you can have a complete podcasting setup for under $5,000. Oh, microphones as well, but yeah, you're gonna get, okay. Microphones make it a bit more expensive. Like if I didn't have my existing podcast live streaming set up already for client work, and I was just, say it was starting tomorrow, say tomorrow I wake up, I'm going to start a podcasting company, I'd definitely go down and negotiate some deals on 3 of these Canon R50Vs just to start, because this would be the fastest way you could start recording podcasts and have it look pretty good, because Canon skin tones definitely better than Sony's. Well, that's my ramblings about the Canon R50V. Like, if you shoot in controlled environments or in the daytime, start your YouTube channel, start your podcast with this, and you will not be disappointed. It'll look better than 50% of the video podcasts done at the moment. And then once you've made the money back on this camera and in profit, then you can start saving up for a larger camera and it could look even better. Or just keep making money and just use this until the sensor doesn't work anymore. That's another option. That's what I'd recommend you do. Don't buy this if you go to car meets at night. Don't buy this if you do restaurant reviews, especially at dinner time. If you review breakfast and lunch at restaurants, different story. If you shoot between 9 a.m. and golden hour, 5 p.m., buy this. Otherwise, don't. Save up for full frame, any full frame really. Full frame with a f1.8, that should do it. So yeah, that's what I think of the Canon R50V.